Okay, it was shared. Okay, welcome back to this learning platform of YouTube. Today we will discuss branches of linguistics, and as already I have shared one video on morphology. So today we will discuss psycholinguistics. Psycholinguistics is also a branch of linguistics. Actually, as I've already discussed in the previous video, there were psycholinguistics, sociolinguistics, and morphology, phonology, phonetics. So step by step, we will keep on study all parts of linguistics. Today we will have a just we have just introduction of psycholinguistics. Although it is very broad to understand, it can't be sum up in a video only. So psycholinguistics. What is psycholinguistics? Okay, we will study it further. Actually, psycholinguistics is the branch of linguistics. But in psycholinguistics, we understand or we study psycho and linguistics. Psycho means something related to our mind. Okay, and linguistics related to language. So first of all, we have to know what is the language. As it is stated there, what is a language? Language is a system of symbols, rules that constitute the method of human communication, either spoken or written, consisting of use of words in a structural and conventional way. For example, if I talk about English, it has some symbols, some identifications. What kind of identifications? For your information, A, B, C, D. Like A is like that, B is a different shape, C is a different shape. These are symbols to understand the sound system. Okay, these are the identifications for the sounds. And in every language, whether we talk about Hindi, we talk about Tamil, we talk about Kannada, we talk about any language, they have some specific symbols, and we have to understand those symbols, how to produce sound according to those symbols. And psycholinguistic study about how our mind acquire those symbols sound to perform them better, to perform them as a native. So that is the main theme, the main uh, objective of learning psycholinguistics. Okay, moving further. Okay, yes. As I have already told, psycholinguistics is the study of relationship between language with mind. Special attention being paid to the way language is acquired, stored, and occasionally lost. I have a very common example of this, very practical example of this. Like India is a country of diversity. Somewhere people speak Tamil, somewhere people speak Kannada, people speak Punjabi, people speak Hindi, people speak English, and it's a matter of a great research that how a child or how children are acquiring the language skills in these specific areas, because when a child of 5 can utter some words, had he taken any training, any coaching, any instructions? No, he just acquire, then he perform those words, those sounds. And psycholinguistics says this, that how language is acquired. I mean, how attention is being paid on the way language is acquired, stored in our mind, and occasionally lost. Sometimes we forget, like children who was born in North India, and suppose after the age of 5 or 6, he shifted to South India, and where people speak Tamil, where people speak also other languages, and he acquires those language skills, and he gradually he will forget the Hindi words, other words, I mean spoken in North India. So this is the loss of language. Okay, but his mind will acquire the words of Tamil, the words of the native language, the regional language being spoken there in that particular area. So basically, psycholinguistics is the study of language and mind, relationship of language and mind. Can you see this triangle? This shows psycholinguistics, language and mind, and the relationship between all three. So psycholinguistics is the study of language and mind, how our mind acquire any language. Okay, now what is this relationship? Like, the relationship between language and mind has two aspects which are intimately linked. How they are linked? Language acquisition and performance. Suppose a child is acquiring words, acquiring sounds, and how he is producing those sounds, how he is performing. This is the main purpose of psycholinguistics, and this is the main purpose how we acquire words, any language, and how is the performance. That is the main thing to be discussed here. Like, what we acquire is the ability to perform, that is to use language properly. Performance is essential to complete and successful acquisition. If for example, this is very common example for all of, because in India we have diversity, various states in India, they people are speaking different languages, and you can see people who is from South India can speak very fluently his native language. He has never taken any coaching or any kinds of special attention for that learning that regional language. And in North India, people speak Hindi very fluently. They have not taken any kinds of coaching and all for that. If we go Punjab, we can see people speaking Punjabi without any special emphasis on learning Punjabi. How they acquire it and how is their performance. So this is basically about language acquisition and the relationship of mind. Now, language acquisition. What is language acquisition? Language acquisition is the process whereby children achieve a fluent control of their native language. As I have already stated, yeah, a guy or a children, or a child has great fluency of Punjabi. Definitely, if he is born in Punjab, definitely there's no need to pay special attention for learning those, because of surrounding, and his mind acquires those words, those sound. Gradually, he becomes the master of this. It has very prominent role in learning acquisition, or language acquisition, or learning a language. Okay, we can say a child of 5 has, without any obvious difficulty, learned to control a language that no mature linguist can fully explain. Can anyone explain this? I i belong to North India. I can speak Hindi, I can speak English, and for some period of time I was in Haryana, so I have in Haryana as well, but I can speak Haryanvi as well. When I say where are you going, and when I say kaha ja rahe ho, when I say bhai kit ja hai bhai. So there are three types of accent, three types of language acquisition. This is all process of language acquisition, because I have not taken any coaching for learning this language apart from my regional language, but I can speak. So this is all about language acquisition. It is about mature man. But if a child can do this, this is the question. This is the biggest question, I think, because and no mature linguist can explain this. How a child of 5 can utter some words. He's not in the position to understand. He's not in the position to listen your instructions properly that he's going to follow. But he utters some words. He speak few words very fluently. This is called language acquisition. Our mind acquires something, and the acquisition promotes performance as we have acquired something well. Now, some other examples we can see, like a child of 5 can understand utterance that he has never heard before. Like if a child, says sometime Baba, Boo, uh, Gi, such words. So, can you understand who has told them to do this? Nobody. Produces sentences that are totally new to him, to his listeners. Sometimes our children, they speak some sentences that are very new to us as well as for them, and use his knowledge of speech to acquire the new skills of writing and reading. This is it. And how does it happen? He has managed somehow to extract from speech he has heard underlying system of the language. That is the main reason he does so. And the same applies to all children, regardless of the different circumstances they are exposed to. Exposure is a major issue here. Uh, there's a society, for example, there's a society where different people are living from different regions, different linguistic background. A child who are being being nourished there, or being grown there, so he will automatically, his mind will acquire different language, different sounds, different language skills, because some children are speaking a bit Punjabi, some students are speaking a bit Haryanvi words, some children who are speaking in Tamil, in Kannada, few words, then the child will automatically learn those words. So this way we can say. And if I talk about the major theories, so there are two main theories for language acquisition. One is behaviorism, another one is mentalism. So in my coming video, as a short of time I have, short of time today, I'll finish it here. So in the next coming video, we will discuss both theories like behaviorism and mentalism. What is mentalism and behaviorism? It's a very very interesting issue, because they both are the two sides of a coin, but mentalist and behaviorist are opposite of each other. They do not follow each other. Behaviorist says something else and mentalist just condemn it. So we will definitely discuss over this interesting issue in the coming video, and for today it's off from my side. Thanks a lot for sharing your time with me. And here, let me conclude it. Thank you so much.